So hi, my name is Jack Knott, and today I'm going to be doing a presentation, assignment 2 of managing sports, people in sport. And the organisation I've chosen to do is Worcester Warriors. So in today's presentation, I'm going to be doing a presentation on Worcester Warriors Rugby Club, which is a local and quite a big sporting organisation within Worcestershire. And I'm going to be talking about its organisation culture, leaderships and motivation and motivational theories. The objectives of today are to explain the different types of leadership that there are and analyse the organisational culture and how it links to my business/organisation. So organisational culture was introduced into analysis in the late 1970s. Also, that organisational culture has been analysed in different ways by a lot of researchers, and that organisational culture is a complex situation by competing paradigms, influence researchers, and help them to use methods to collect and analyse data. And there are 3 key building blocks to research paradigm and methods. This is when they are set at basic beliefs that can guide specific actions within a business. Perspective on / definition of organisational culture. This is when the choice or perspective through which culture is viewed within an organisation. And research and interest is when they analyse organisational culture, but they do this in examining the motive of the researcher's specific type of knowledge. So how is organisational culture linked to my business? This links to my big organisation because with the organisation they are going to be a set of basic beliefs that they have, this will guide them in a direction for where they want to go. For example, wanting to change the look of the stadium, and that this would be a basic belief, and now they have been set in a certain direction they need to go to find out what they are going to get and how they're going to get to their destination / goal. Then linking it to research interest, how they will go to research specific information depending on what they are wanting to achieve, but before they go use this information they need to make sure that the researcher had a right motive for what they wanted within their business. Motivation. The word motivation comes from the word motive, which means desires, wants within an individual, and that this is a process of stimulating people to actions to accomplishment of certain goals, and that in the global context, the psychological factors stimulating the people's behaviour can be desire for money, the success of doing something achievable, and the recognition from managers, colleagues, and so on and so forth of doing a specific goal. Linking this to my business / organisation, the second and third point, which is success and recognition of motivation, would be the one to strive for this, because they would want to become more successful club within the local community / county, and that to be able to get to this, the employees and employers need to be motivated as a team rather than as individuals to want to make the club more successful and get more recognised, not just within the local community and county, but nationally as well. So the motivational techniques, this is for specifically a manager, so in this case the owners / managers of each section or area of the club. So the communication, they say within an organisation that communication is the number 1 factor for any good relationship within a business. A leader must always communicate and always be approachable to all colleagues, just in case they have any ideas, any queries about anything that they might need to go to higher up, and that within the employees this keeps them at the employees at ease and alertive and alternate uncertainty. Rewards. This could be good because then this shows that you've been acknowledging what the employees have been doing within the business, have done well by giving them rewards for achieving a specific goal or objective. So it'd be like the owners seeing that they'd be getting a lot of ticket sales throughout the thing. So the sports marketing team and the people who work on game days would get possibly days off as a reward for doing this objective for them well by making them more money and making them more appealable. Socialise. A good manager should be available for his or her employees to spend time with them and socialising with them during the work hours, making sure that you are treating them with refreshments after every meeting you may have with them, and just to make sure that everything is okay with them, not just at work but outside of work as well. Challenge. Everyone wants to always improve, and by giving everyone a specific challenge for them to achieve, and then instead of putting them into individual challenges, then this gives them the team challenges to complete, and then this gives them a more drive and a more perspective, like gives them like a more sense of achievement, and they want to do this because it helps everyone else, not just themselves. Time off. If an individual or a team has gone above and beyond what they have done, then the manager or the owners might recognise this, as in the previous slide, and that they might recognise this and then give them time off because they've been doing such a great job for them, and because they've been working so hard, they deserve it. Train and mentor. So to also motivate the employees, you could give them the additional training. This could help develop them for their specific job, and also do something to strive and to become better at that specific job, or become into a different role. So leadership styles. There are multiple different leadership styles. These are autocratic, and this is a leadership style where an individual has control over all decisions and get little input from others throughout the organisation. You have democratic leadership style, and this is when members of the group take more participative role within the decision-making process of the business/organisation. You have the laissez-faire leadership style, and this is a leadership style which the manager avoids making any sort of decision-making, disregards problems, and refuses to intervene with any debates or conversations. And this shows that the business leaders don't want to take responsibility and are indecisive. You have transactional leadership as well. This is when one person connects with others with the intention of exchanging valued things to be economic, political and psychological. And you have paternalistic leadership style. This is a managerial approach that involves a dominant authoritative figure, so in this case it'd be the owners of the club, and who acts as a patriarch or matriarch and treats employees and partners as though they are members of a large family. So linking leadership styles to my company or organisation, the leadership styles I think the organisation may have is autocratic and democratic and paternalistic. These are all leadership styles that I think link to the business because they have an autocratic style, because the owners of the club would have a final and big decision to make, and then this like links to the democratic, because then it gives them to get a lot of input from elsewhere, like within the region, so like the catering or the sports marketing team or the organisation, the groundsman. Then it gives them like time to get decision making and get them all together and get them all talking about what's best for the club. And the heads of the department throughout the business, rather than the little amounts of output they might not have. And then this is then links to paternalistic leadership, as they are also authoritative figure, the owners within the company, and that they treat all the employees with the utmost respect and make them feel like they're part of that big family, which was in the definition. So to conclude my presentation, I'm going to be bringing the objectives from the start, where I explain different types of leadership styles that are linked and link them to my business, which I have done. The next one was to analyse organisational culture and also linking that to my organisation as well, which I think I've done, and also explain how motivation can affect the employees and employers' work ethic. These are my references I've used throughout. Thank you.